What's up, guys? This is Sean.
Yo, this is John from the band Kamenar, and you are listening to That Metal Interview.
That Metal Interview.
And welcome back, boys and girls, to your favorite podcast, Rock Metal. That is the fastest rising rock metal podcast in the whole world. Anyways, your friend James here from the state of Texas welcomes you. And we have tremendous talent and guests. Yes, guests as in plural. We have John Kamenar and Sean Kamenar. And they are twin brothers in a band named Kamenar. These guys are based out of Tampa, Florida, I believe. And they are very talented. And yes, it's a two-piece band. Believe it or not, when you think of two-piece bands, you think of White Stripes. You think of Healing Magic with Igor Amadeus Cavalera, of course. Two-piece band. Listen to that right there. So check them out on the road. Right after we listen to this song and video from Kamenar, I am going to mention and talk about their current tour. Depends on when you're listening to this. So right now, let's check out Now That We Both Know. Here is Kamenar. Excellent hard rock. Do you concur? These guys hail from Florida, so support them. Look them up on socials, Instagram, Kamenar Official. You can also find them individually. Sean, Sean, Kamenar, Kamenar, and John, the drummer, John Kamenar. You guys can find them on socials, and of course the band, right? Kamenar. So anyways, they are hitting the road as we speak on August 21st, Cape Coral, Florida. They are kicking off a tour, a long tour, as I'm looking at the poster here, the flyer, and they're ending in San Antonio, Texas, close to my hometown, on October the 26th. And some of these dates are with Night Ranger, Ace Frehley, 10 Years, White Lion, and some with Plush, the newer band Plush that you might have heard of. And anyway, let's keep it short and let's go to our interview with the twin brothers, Sean Kamenar and John Kamenar. Enjoy. Okay, so first question, where are you at and what part of the planet?
So we are based out of Tampa, Florida, on planet Earth. Planet Earth.
Right? So,
Oh yeah.
as I understand, that's the, I want to say the birthplace of many death metal bands. Is that true?
Yeah, so I hear a lot of death metal, and yeah, the death metal scene's big down here actually. Yeah.
Yeah, D-Side, Morbid Angel, Obituary. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, Obituary, that's right, yeah. Lots of big names, for sure.
Wow. Okay, so you guys are about to embark on the Road Dogs Tour 2024. You guys excited?
Oh yeah, I think it's 7-8 days away, and we're gearing up, getting ready to hit the road. Yeah, I think 10 states, 24 cities, and it's going to be a good run, and that's for sure. Oh yeah.
Wow, a lot of questions there. First of all, before we get into your music, it's a two-piece band, right? Just you and your brother,
Right.
John, Sean and John.
Yes.
Guitar, drums. How do you get that sound on the guitar? I mean, I'm a guitar player myself here in Texas, and there's an effect by the name of octave. Is that what you're using for that bass sound, or?
Yeah, so what I'm doing, I'm singing while I'm playing guitar and bass at the same time. So I got a guitar rig, a bass rig, a couple pedals that link it all up, and that's pretty much the magic behind it. Yeah, I do have an octave, so whatever I'm playing on the guitar translates right over to the bass.
Really? Wow.
So that's how we achieve that full band sound, just two guys. Of course, I got John to my left pounding the drums like an animal, and that's pretty much how we do it there.
Wow, sounds great. I've been checking it out on YouTube, and it sounds like it is a full band, of course. It sounds great.
Oh, well, thank you for saying that. Yeah, we just go out there, we try to do something different, that a lot of people don't see, especially being twin brothers. We try to push that and just go out there and put on a good show, high energy, and just something different.
For sure. So, take us back to the start, Sean. At what age did you guys start? You pick up a guitar and John pick up a pair of sticks, or how did that start?
Right, so that's a good question. What were we, like 11, 12? We were young. I mean, we've been a band for almost 10 years now in March. It's our 10-year anniversary, which is crazy. Back in March 2015, it all started when we discovered a band called Aerosmith, and once we found out who they were and pretty much what they do, it just changed our lives. It opened our eyes. Those 5 guys literally changed the whole game for us.
So they're basically responsible for you guys, for the whole project.
Pretty much. Aerosmith is responsible for Kamenar. That's right. Without them, we probably wouldn't be here.
Nice. So this is about 2015, you said, March. So what drove you guys to make a band? I mean, one thing is picking up a guitar and a pair of sticks and banging away at a couple of pans and things. What made you guys, let's make a band and let's play this cover, or let's write this riff? Who was the first one to throw a stone there?
So it all started with Aerosmith. Back to that, there's a roller coaster they have at Disney in Orlando, which is like an hour or two away from us in Tampa. But we were little kids. We went on that ride for the first time. We weren't even into music, and like I said before, those 5 guys, they just opened our eyes. They changed our lives, and me and John kind of looked at each other. We're like, hey, I think this is what we're supposed to be doing. So we both just kind of looked at each other. We just kind of knew, and it was natural for me to pick up a guitar and John on the drums, and shortly after, got our instruments and started playing around and formed Kamenar.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, all due respect, as I said, you guys sound full. You guys sound badass. You don't need a bass player.
Thanks.
You do not need a bass player in my eyes. It already sounds full. But
Thanks.
did you ever consider hiring a third guy, a bass player?
Yeah, so in the early days, we actually did have a bass player, and just the years went by, and we're just like, it's not working out. So that's when I kind of picked up the bass through my guitar, and we figured if we can achieve a full band sound with two dudes, and let's run with it. Yeah, and we used to always get comments back in the day like, you guys are twins. I mean, why wouldn't you go out and do something different? And we're like, you know what? That's a great idea. So we kind of just figured out how Sean could do the bass and guitar at the same time. And that's our goal now, to, go out and do something different.
There's only two other bands that I can think of that are two-piece. The first one, of course, that comes to mind is White Stripes. I'm not sure
White Stripes, yeah.
White Stripes, yeah, brother and sister. And then also, not sure if you guys are familiar with Max Cavalera, the Cavalera brothers from
No?
Sepultura and Soulfly. Anyways, there's
Soulfly.
Yeah, you heard of Soulfly? Okay. Well,
Yeah, I know Soulfly, yeah.
yeah, the singer's son, his name is Amadeus Igor Cavalera. He has a band, a two-piece band also, and he does something similar like you guys. It's more thrashy, of course, and you guys are more
Right.
rock. You guys are more hard rock, right? Metal, hard rock.
Right.
But anyways,
Yeah, honestly, I can't say I've heard of those guys.
what's that?
I can't say I've heard of those guys, but definitely something to check out.
Yeah, some good stuff. Yeah, look up Igor Amadeus Cavalera. I forgot the name of the band. I think it's something magic. I forgot.
Okay.
I'll,
Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how to spell all that.
I'll send you guys the links when I find it. Anyways,
Yeah, for sure.
so nowadays, here in the future, you guys gonna stay like this as a two-piece, or are you guys ever gonna consider a third guy?
Yeah, so I think we're going to run with the two-piece thing. We've been doing this about, 2-3 years now, touring nationally, and we just found out what works for us. And I think we found our niche. I think we did. Yeah, we're playing around, we're touring around nationally, and people are really digging what we're doing. So it's like, yeah, let's run with this.
That's cool. Wow. So as far as touring, I guess you guys take turns driving, or do you guys have a chauffeur, or?
Yeah, so on and off stage, it's a two-man show. Just we drive ourselves, all the equipment. We're our own crew. Yeah, we make our own merch. We're totally independent, so we book all of our own shows and our own tours. And like I said, it's totally DIY, and just between the two of us, we get it all done. Yeah, we've never had a manager, a label, an agent, nothing like that. It's kind of just been the two of us since the very beginning, really.
Awesome. Talk about, there's a saying, I think it's, when you want to do something, anything's possible or something like that. Just, you guys are the perfect example.
Well, we appreciate you saying that, man. Thank you. Yeah, we're just trying to stay focused and get it done, That's it.
So, you guys have met, I saw your bio, and you guys have met a bunch of rock stars and have opened for a bunch of rock stars. As you mentioned, Aerosmith, Alice Cooper, amongst a bunch of other. Who's the biggest rock star you guys have met in your eyes?
I mean, of course, you know us. We gotta say Aerosmith. Those five guys. I mean, Steven, Joe, Brad, Tom, Joey. Just the individual encounters with all five of them, just truly inspiring and life-changing.
How about you, John?
Man, I'm gonna have to go with the same answer, and maybe with a band we played with before. There's been some really cool ones for us. I mean, there's like LA Guns, they were cool. Dawkins. Who else? Hinder. I mean, the Red Jump Set. I mean, you said Alice Cooper, too. You can't ignore that. He's just one of the sweetest guys in the scene. He really is.
Very cool. So how about the drums, John? You guys have mentioned Aerosmith a couple of times here. So is Joey Kramer your main inspiration here, or who is your drum god, if I can say that?
Yeah, so that's my guy right there, 100%. He's the guy. So I take a lot of influence and inspiration from Joey. And then on the other hand, like, as part of the stage show, I take a lot of influence from Tommy Lee. So those are my two guys right there. Tommy Lee.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool choices. Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome drummers. So you've met all these people before. Anything on your bucket list? Who have you not met and you want to meet?
I mean, for me, after Joe and Brad from Aerosmith, Mick Mars is my third guy, third favorite guitarist. I'd love to meet Mick Mars. I even got a tattoo. That was my first tattoo I ever got, right on my arm, just to honor Mick Mars. He's just such an icon.
Yeah, he's kind of retired from performing, as I understand.
Yeah, it sucks. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'll ever get that opportunity, unfortunately.
I mean, he left the doors open for one-offs. I've seen a couple of interviews where he talks about that. And also Aerosmith again, they're retired. So how do you guys feel about that? Bummed out, huh?
Oh man, it was heartbreaking. Yeah, that was a tough day when we read that news. It was a tough day for sure. I think we're still trying to process it. We just don't want to accept that it's real, you know? We're planning on going to all the shows and as much as possible. Obviously, we have our tour coming up, but we even left like a 2-3 week gap to go catch the first few weeks of their tour. Yeah, so we kind of booked our tour around their tour. So we were booking our shows on their off days to, you know, to make our shows work and to catch their tour.
Really?
So it kind of changes a lot, you know, but we're trying to process it.
Wow, talk about true fans, huh? Wow.
Yeah, you know, those are our guys, you know. Yeah, from day one. Like I said, I don't think we'd honestly be doing what we do without them, which is just crazy.
So if I may ask, you don't have to answer this. How do you guys hook up, opening up for all these artists? I saw your schedule, Mike Tramp, Ace Frehley, you got a show with him, a show with Night Ranger. Do you guys have some true politics here? Or how do you guys hook up all these gigs? That's badass.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you saying that. So like we said earlier, it's just it's a two-man show on and off. So my brother, John, he does all the bookings. He's done the bookings since day one. And, you know, he's a magic man when it comes to that. Just, he gets it done.
Wow, very cool.
Thanks. Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah.
So you guys...
Magic man.
Yeah, so you guys, this is a dumb question. You guys are live in Tampa, so you guys start close to Tampa in Florida for sure, and then go around the country and come around and end up at home, right?
Yeah, so on this tour, I think the closest to our hometown of Tampa is Clearwater. We'll be playing with Plush.
Plush? Yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah,
That's a good band, yeah.
yeah, they can rock, man.
Oh,
And
yeah?
I think they're our age, too, or at least similar age. Maybe a year or two after us, I don't know. Yeah, it should be a cool show. That should be a good one for us, though, yeah. We love them.
So you guys hitting Texas? You guys doing which cities again?
Yes, so we're doing, on this tour, we're doing 8 shows with 10 years. So we'll have 4 shows in Texas. I know we're hitting San Antonio, Houston, Lubbock, Corpus Christi. And then Corpus Christi, yep. So yeah, 4 cities down there. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the last 4 shows of the tour. We'll end it all off for 10 years. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Rock Box, San Antonio. Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be, looks like a cool venue. We've been hearing some good things about the Rock Box, so definitely looking forward to playing that one.
Yeah, I'm close to San Antonio, so I'll make it to that show for sure. I'll check it out.
Sweet, man. We'd love to have you out. We'd love to have you. Guest list tickets on us, man.
Awesome, for sure. I'll make it. So,
Hell yeah.
new single, The Man. Is that your most recent single?
Yeah, that was our last single, I think, in February or March. I think March for that one. Yeah, a couple months ago. That's our latest one, though, yeah.
It's an awesome jam. I heard it. So, who wrote this song? Both of you do lyrics, or is it just Sean? Or
yeah, so John and I both do all the music. I mean, I primarily do most of the lyrics. On our first EP, it was kind of a 50-50 split, if I'm being honest, on the lyrics. Never Enough Time, Crazy Like those songs. But yeah, for The Man and even the single before called Now That We Both Know, we do it 50-50 really, from music to lyrics. I mean, I'll sit down and really finalize the lyrics, but yeah, we do it as a group effort.
wow, that's cool that you two brothers. You guys work. You have the same mindset, same goals, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always easy, but we love each other and we love what we do and our craft. At the end of the day, it's pretty cool. You know, you get to work with your brother every day. It's a cool thing, you know.
Wow.
For better and for worse. On most days. On most days, yeah.
Awesome. The only bad thing about a two-piece band, of course, is if you guys get into a fight, that's the end of the band right there, huh? It's a two-piece band. So.
Right, but on the other hand, you know, like, we can rely on each other at the end of the day, and we're always going to be with each other and stick together. And that's the other thing. When we had other bands, other band members, you just couldn't really rely on them, you know, and they didn't have the same vision as we did or the same passion. So we know we got each other's backs, and we're here for the long run.
Nice. So how long did you guys play locally? Or did you guys just hit the road directly from the start?
Yeah, I mean, the first few years of our band, everyone has to start somewhere. So we did start as a local band, playing all of the Tampa venues, and we cut our teeth on doing the cover shows and playing songs from some of our favorite bands, of course. And we're big on the 80s hair band, so of course we do a lot of that. Well, at least we did back in the early day before we started writing our own stuff. But yeah, I mean, probably the first few years of our band, we just really focused on hitting the Tampa scene.
Yeah, I saw you guys doing a version of Bathroom Wall. That's cool.
A little Faster Pussycat.
Yeah,
we love those guys. As I'm wearing a Faster Pussycat shirt, I kid you not. I'm wearing one of their shirts from with them last. Wow. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, true fan, huh? Yeah, I saw them here once, here in my hometown here. They came here about a year and a half ago. Awesome nice. Band. Yeah, very cool. So
yeah, they're good dudes. We shared the stage with them in Knoxville a couple times actually. Yeah, a couple months ago in Knoxville.
How was that?
Just great. Yeah, they're good guys.
Yeah, I've interviewed Tammy before. Very, very down to earth, very cool guy, talented.
Yeah, Tammy's a good dude. Even Ace Vaughn Johnson, man, we love that guy.
Yeah, he's very cool guy too. So as far as your music in the studio, do you actually play a bass, or do you use the same effect to use live?
That's a good question, man. So yeah, when we're in the studio, we were actually just in Nashville, a week and a half ago. Yep. But yeah, when we're in the studio, I'll actually plug in and play an actual bass.
So what's the bass that you use? What brand is it?
I always, whatever's laying around. Whatever the studio has. Yeah, right? Pretty much.
So give us
I got a nice Squire bass. Great sound for what it is.
Oh yeah, that's a badass bass. So give us a quick rig rundown for the musicians listening here. A guitar and then drums if you can, both of you.
Yeah, so for my guitar, my baby is the PRS. Nice. I've been using that for a long time. I used to have the Gibson Les Paul, and I still do as my backup. But yeah, my baby is definitely the PRS. Custom 24. Of course, I got the guitar rig. I don't even know the dimensions on that. All I know is it makes a lot of noise, and if it works, we'll use it. So I got that for the guitar, and then nice bass Ampeg, and that's pretty much that. Couple pedals to link it all up, and yeah, what about you on the drums, man? Yeah, so I got a Pearl drum set, Zildjian cymbals, which are amazing. Highly recommend those. And yeah, pretty much that's what I use. Pearl and Zildjian. If it makes noise, we'll use it. Pretty much.
Wow, very cool. Pretty simple, and except for that guitar effect that you're talking about, that's the only, I guess, complicated part about that. Very cool. Very simple.
Yeah, definitely took me a while at first to be like, holy shit, how do I do this? But it took me a good minute. I'm like, okay, we can make this work. Yeah, so we dialed in our sound, and that's what we got. Oh yeah. So
you guys have an EP you guys released in 2020. Are there plans for a full-length album?
Oh yeah, so that's actually what we're working on now. Like I said, we were in the studio in Nashville last week, and we got about 8 or 9 new songs coming your way.
Really?
Right, so we released the first 2 singles off the album, Now That We Both Know and The Man, earlier this year. And we are currently working on the next few singles, and then looking at the full album release, hopefully early next year, middle next year, something like that. Yeah. But it's coming.
So here's a question I ask people I interview, rock stars. Here's a question. Label or no record label? Do you think a band needs a label to make it out there, quote unquote? Or do you guys think you can just do it the way you guys are doing it? 1-man, 2-man operation in the social media and all that. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, I know social media it's huge. The TikTok, the Instagram, the Reels, and the Shorts on YouTube. I mean, a lot of bands are really utilizing that, the social media and the content. Which, as far as the label goes, you can go one way or another. it all depends on what works best for the band, what makes sense. I mean, for us, like I said, we've been a band almost 10 years, completely independent, and I think what we're doing is working, so if that opportunity ever came, then maybe we'd consider it, but right now I think we're getting the job done just on our own, with no label, no management, no booking agent, anything like that, And from today and looking back to the 80s, even the 90s, the labels were a huge part of bands, but nowadays you can get away with doing it all on your own. It's true. So it all depends on what you want to do and what kind of offers you get, and all about the vision, really, pretty much.
Well said. Well, you guys are doing it, so
That's just our take on it, but yeah.
Very true. You guys are doing great. It's awesome. You guys are heading in the right direction, and you're probably the next Aerosmith. In my eyes, you guys are badass.
Well, that truly means a lot, man. It truly does. Thanks for saying that.
So here's another weird question, guys. Sci-fi. This time, I ask everybody the same one. If you guys could time travel, where would you time travel to, and which or what year?
I'm going back to the 80s. Yeah, I think I gotta agree with John on that. We gotta go back to the 80s. I'm going to the Sunset Strip. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That's where I'd be. And we always say, like, we're old souls, like, we should have been born in, like, the 70s, grew up in the 80s. We're just such old souls. Music and not,
right.
I mean, everything. We even appreciate the old movies. I mean, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, that's our favorite movie of all time.
Wow, so you guys believe in reincarnation, I guess, huh? I know I do.
I feel like maybe we did have a past life or two, for sure. Yeah, that's true. I think so. It's hard to really say that.
Wow, very cool. Wow, very cool subject there. I've spoken to one more, another rock artist. Her name is Sonia Anubis of, she has a band called Cobra Spell, over in Spain, I believe. And she, just like you guys, same thing. She said she's an old soul, and she's into the 80s stuff. And then check it out, nice. Cobra Spell. And same thing there. Their music is 80s oriented and inspired. So check that out, Cobra Spell. The same thing, in her 20s. And wow, so that's a different subject right there. Reincarnation, old souls.
Yeah, reincarnation, man. Me and John will have these deep conversations when we're driving like 6-7 hours to the next city. We'll just talk about the most random shit, but sometimes it's like, okay, wow, how did we get here? Oh yeah, reincarnation, past lives, ghosts, all that crazy stuff, And yes, ghosts are real.
Oh,
they
for
are
sure.
Real.
Wow, very cool subject there.
Yeah.
So who?
Yeah, I know, totally not rock and roll, but yeah, ghosts are real. For sure.
Have you guys seen ghosts or what?
We have. Yeah, we've experienced some stuff for sure. It's kind of hard not to believe after some things, but yeah, we believe in that stuff,
Wow. So who were you guys in the past, if you guys believe in reincarnation? Do you guys have that much knowledge of that, or you just believe in that?
Honestly, I couldn't even tell you because I don't know. Yeah, we don't know much about that. Yeah. I mean, I do feel like, maybe there was a past life or two for both of us, and even like going back to the 40s, we love that like old like swing jazz stuff from like the early 30s and 40s. We love that old stuff. Like going back to the Disney thing with the Aerosmith ride, there's a ride right next to it called the Tower of Terror, the Twilight Zone, and just the music they play, it's like creepy hotel lobby music. And if I'm being honest, every song I've ever wrote, I've had that kind of music on in the background just to give me the inspiration. It's weird, I know, but a little inside scoop on that.
Wow, very cool. Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so we're big on that. I mean, we won't go out of our way to like listen to jazz and stuff, but that creepy like hotel music is just like, all right, we like this. For the
Kamenar fanatics listening, or your friends and relatives listening, so there you go, an insight on Sean and John. There you go. Cool.
Yeah, I don't think anyone knew about that. Yeah, so. Probably not. There we go.
So before we let you guys go, what's next on your agenda here? Of course, you mentioned the tour. When do you guys kick it off for people listening? And where can fans find you and purchase merchandise? For sure. So yeah, our next tour called the Road Dogs Tour will be kicking off in 8 days from now, with some shows with Ace Frehley of Kiss, Night Ranger, 10 Years, Mike Tramp's White Lion, and Plush, as well as some headline shows in between. And of course, we got our online
website where you can find all of our merch, from shirts to hats to beanies, posters. All the good stuff is on there, just at KamenarOfficial.com. And anyone that's interested in checking us out, you can always follow us on our socials at Instagram, Facebook at Kamenar Official. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all the good stuff.
Awesome. So you mentioned 8 days. I guess that's the 21st of August. You guys kick it off.
21st.
The Road Dogs 2024 Kamenar Tour. I wish you guys the best, and I'll post a link for your merch and all that. And I'll catch you guys in San Antonio for sure, Rockbox.
Oh, yeah, we'd love to see you there, man. Like I said, we'll get you some tickets for that one.
I appreciate that. Awesome. So keep rocking, guys, and you guys are the next Aerosmith for sure. Mark my words.
Thank you, brother, and we appreciate you taking the time, man. Yeah, man, it was great talking to you for a while.
Awesome, guys. Appreciate that. Take it easy.
Thanks, you as well. We'll see you soon. Thanks, brother.
We'll see you soon. Thank you. So, go out and support the boys, a new generation, the new Aerosmith in my eyes. Of course, it's a two-piece Aerosmith, and it's just incredible how Sean has managed to split a guitar into 2 amps, a bass amp and a guitar amp, with some effects, of course. That's just incredible how 2 people can create so much great, beautiful noise, right? So anyway, support the guys on socials and go out on the road. Visit them, support them, purchase merchandise, of course, which will really help them for expenses and stuff like that. So anyways, also stream their music on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, etc., etc. On behalf of your friend James from planet Earth, not Mars or Mercury, the state of Texas, US of A. Don't forget to keep it metal.